Tonight, I want to ask you a serious question. Are you a bad citizen? There are millions of Americans who don't care about their country at all. And how can you tell them? Well, if you don't pay attention to current events or educate yourself enough to know how the basics of the United States work, then, in my opinion, you're a bad citizen. And why does this matter? Well, because millions of derelict Americans do the country harm. First off, they're uninformed. So you can have any politician be one misleading. And many citizens are just simply lazy, irresponsible, or unmotivated. And that means that they often fail in a competitive marketplace and must rely on people who are more successful or prosperous. So here's a quick quiz to maybe help you along and see if you're a bad citizen. You can't explain the three branches of government. You can't name 10 former presidents. You don't know who the current vice president is. You'd be shocked. You don't know who issued the Emancipation Proclamation or what it is. You can't explain how World War II started. You don't know how much our national debt is or understand what will happen if we continue down the current road that we are on. You don't know that it was self-reliance and ambition that made the United States the most powerful nation in the world. And you don't realize that the more laws that government passes, the less individual freedom you have. Now, there are approximately about 315 million Americans, and every American should be able to, every adult should be able to answer those questions. No one can force you to pay attention to current events, learn history, or understand how the United States became the greatest country in the world. But people will respect their country enough to pay attention and appreciate what this country stands for, and it takes advantages of the opportunities that this country allows. There's a great book here, $5 in Barnes & Noble. I bought this several years ago when I was probably in my 20s. It's a Signet classic. It goes in, tells you everything about the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, everything about the government. I would advise people to pick it up if you're not that familiar with it, learn about your country. Now, the point of my talk tonight is to remind you and to get you to realize how lucky you are to live in this country. And if you're not happy with your current situation, you have the freedom to change. I want to share a couple of stories here. Recently, I was reading the Tampa Bay Business Journal. And there's a story here about a single mom. And she started her own business here. And she started a business with bottle caps from basically turning the bottle cap of a water bottle into for babies. And now she's got her product in Walgreens. It's being sold over at Tampa Bay International Airport. Here's another story. A single mom and her daughter started a product making a dessert, gluten-free dessert, out of a coffee cup. And now this product is being sold in Whole Foods all throughout Florida. And I know just in my own personal life, one of my best friends here in Tampa, Louis, he came to this country with his parents and his brother from Cuba. Came over literally with nothing on him. And he has his MBA now from Florida. He's a millionaire. And so when I look at that, and I'm like, he has a big house down on the Bay Shore. He has 3 houses. That's what this country if you take advantages to a lot of opportunities out there, that's what this country can help you. And I know myself, I've been down, and just in my own business in the last year, some of the things that have happened, it's now my business is starting to take off. But that's what this country is about. Ronald Reagan said, learning to control government, limiting the amount of money that it takes from us, and protecting our country through a strong defense. All these things revolve around one word, and that one word is freedom. And why does that matter? Because I believe our individual freedom is slowly slipping away. Brings me a couple topics here. One is our national debt. I just believe it's been, both parties have been so irresponsible. If you haven't been to this website, it's the U.S. debt file. I would encourage everyone to go out to this website. It's amazing. Our debt now is $16 trillion. Our unfunded debt is $122 trillion. This is a great visual. This shows our unfunded debt, $122 million, $1 bills. Unfunded Medicare prescription drugs, Social Security, military, civil servant pensions. Now, why does that matter? I mean, why is this important? Well, because a lot of our debt we outsource overseas. That means that you have foreign governments that can control it. I mean, literally, they can charge us more interest, which ultimately comes back and hurts you. The other threat is politicians trying to legislate everything. Now, when I was a kid, I remember riding a bike, didn't have to wear a helmet, didn't have to do anything. Rode all around my neighborhood. You watch kids today. What do they got? I mean, they got helmets, they got everything, all this padding on them. And that's just one example. California, the government recently mandated 876 laws. You got New York City, Mayor Bloomberg wants to, do away with limit soft drinks. You can go and live in Brazil, and you can't become a Brazilian. You can go live in Japan, but you can't become Japanese. But anyone can come here to the United States and become an American. The problems that we face are American problems. We should all be paying attention to what's happening around us. Ronald Reagan once said, freedom is a fragile thing. It is never more than one generation away from extinction. It is not ours by inheritance. It must be fought for and defended constantly by each generation. For it only comes once to people. Those who have known freedom and then lost it have never known it again. Madam Postmaster.